just won't quit.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Fix bayonets. We are now entering overdrive with your host, Alex Jones, broadcasting live from the front lines. If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
All right, I'm David Knight, and we're back to take some of your calls. I want to move through these quickly. We've had some people waiting on hold for quite some time. Let's go right away to Lisa in Illinois. Lisa?
Yes, I'm calling because my son was pulled over for blowing a stop sign that we still can't find where it exists. They put him on probation for a year.
Wow.
And told him he cannot have a firearm, possession of a firearm, so he has a firearms card and a gun.
Wow.
And I asked him, what do you want him to do with the gun? The court said, he has to give it to somebody who has a firearms card. And I said, well, that would be me. And they said, well, do you live with him? I said, yes, I do. They said, you can't have it either.
Wow.
So they've instructed me to remove the gun from the house, and I don't understand how a gun has anything to do with a traffic violation.
Well, that's how they're expanding this. We heard in the wake of a lot of these shootings, conservatives who would normally be supportive of gun rights saying, well, we need to look at people for psychological evaluation and take that away, take their guns away from them if there's some issue about that. But of course, who gets to decide that? What kind of a due process do you have? And of course, you say it was for a stop sign violation? They came after your son?
Home, they wouldn't arrest him. He told them, arrest me, take me to jail. They said, no, we will not. He said, well, if you're taking my truck and you're not arresting me, how do I get home? They said, walk.
They confiscated his car?
Yes.
For a stop sign violation. What part of Illinois are you in? Is this a state?
I'm in Joliet, city of Joliet.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Do you have jury trials there for traffic courts?
Yeah, he pleaded innocent, and the public defender came up and said, this is what we want. You will pay a $1,000 fine, and you will do 100 hours of community service. You will remove your gun from your home, and then he had to transfer the gun, which I did that for him.
But this was over a stop sign violation?
Like, oh, we have a transfer form here. Oh, officer, here you go.
Yeah, but wait a minute. What was he found guilty of? Is breaking going through a stop sign?
Yeah, and we can't find the stop sign. We keep asking him, where's the stop sign you claim is at this intersection? There's no stop sign there.
Wow.
They're like, oh, someone called it in. They seen him blow the stop sign at 11 o'clock at night.
Wow.
People are calling in to report blown stop signs at 11 o'clock at night. I don't think so.
Yeah, there's definitely something else going on. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That just another illustration of how people can get railroaded. And we hear people all the time say, well, you should take the guns of people who have been found guilty of a felony. You know, it's a felony in Florida to release a helium balloon on certain beaches at certain times of the year. They charge one man down there with 4 felonies for releasing 4 balloons. Should he have all of his guns confiscated? Should he be considered a felon? Should he lose his voting rights or whatever? I'm so sorry that happened to you, Lisa. Let's go to Ned in Oregon. Ned?
Yeah, hi.
Hey.
A couple things. One is that the UN has no power over the U.S. Constitution. I don't care what they sign or anything like that. It has no power over the U.S. Constitution. And, it's a very sacred document in that regards. But the other issue, too, about guns that I think is ludicrous is that there are millions and millions of guns out there that aren't registered.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing that can be done about it. They don't know where they're at. They don't know who has them or anything.
Well, of course, what they will do is they will strangle people by going after the spare parts, by going after the ammunition. Whether they get that through with the UN Arms Trade Treaty, that's the direction that they're going to start heading with this gun control legislation. And of course, I agree with you. There is no way that they can legally enforce a UN treaty that hasn't been even ratified by the Senate, that conflicts with our Constitution. And yet we see over and over again that under color of law, we see Obama doing a head fake on amnesty. We see them violating the law on so many different issues. Will they do it with this? Of course they will. They'll say that they have authority to do it, and they will have people who will back them up. I'm sorry I couldn't get to the other callers today. Tonight, 7 Central, 8 p.m., the Nightly News. Join us then.
You pick up the receiver with your heart.
Challenge with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to